How about them tops, son?
All day, SEC boys. SEC, they supposed to be SEC. Crazy all day, baby.
You're listening to the Red Out Podcast.
Welcome into the Red Out Podcast, the longest running podcast following WKU athletics. Please like and subscribe for more episodes, and I hope you enjoy this clip from the show. Go Tops.
Welcome into another Red Out Podcast. I'm Jake.
Hey, it's Devin in the house. We got Ross, first time,
Hey,
long
guys.
time, buddy. And we also have the J-Dog, Jared, back again.
Back again, my dudes.
That's right. And we're in here for the first inaugural week of football season. I think we're all pretty excited. We've got a new article in Medium, our predictions this year in football. But first things first, guys, always remember to like, share, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff and support the channel. We're doing this for fun, and we love Westerns, so support us if you can.
The longest running WKU themed podcast there is.
That's right.
Dude, seriously though, like
3 years.
I was talking to my friends the other day, and she was getting on me. She was like, I said, you guys aren't like creating anything. You know, you guys should be writing more and doing cool stuff. And they're like, well, where's your creativity? And I was like, I have like 3 years worth of podcasting plus articles. What are you talking about? I was like, oh, we really have been doing this for like years.
Is she the same girl that did the that designed our squirrel?
Nah, different one.
Okay, sorry. So I have to backtrack a little bit. My parents listened to the podcast last week, and I kind of got chastised when I announced that my wife was pregnant by the way I announced it. So it wasn't because, well, let's just say we've been having issues with fertility, so I'm throwing that out there. So I was a little excited, and I got a little overzealous, but we're excited.
I think it was good. It's a winner.
It's all good. I ain't worried about it. I ain't sweating it.
That's right.
But you know, we're happy. We're expecting a little girl in January, so there you go.
Welcome to the Dad Club.
That's right. We're excited. We've actually got names picked. Well, I've picked a name. She hasn't picked one yet. She'll wait till like January 31st. So far, I've got I like Zelda Ray. So we'll
I like
see.
it.
Thank you, Jared. And for those of you, our listeners, you can go to my Facebook page. My wife's connected to it. Comment on her page that you want that name. So she'll really appreciate that.
I'm sure that would go over well.
Oh, of course.
The Red Out Flipper poll is going to decide.
Yes, that would be even better. I told her last night, she's like, that's not happening. And I said, okay, you just call her what you want to, and I'll call her what I want to, and we'll just see.
Here's what you gravitate to.
I think I know who's going to win that battle.
I do
we'll
too.
see.
It'll take like a week, and then I'll be done. So winners and losers. Do you all have any losers or winners this week?
I have a loser. Please let me take this real quick. Hear me out.
Go, Jared.
This has multiple layers to it, but my loser is the entire state of Florida. Because, one, they have an impending hurricane that's about to come, and two, I don't know if any of you guys got to see the game of Florida versus Miami this past weekend, but the last 3 minutes of that game was some of the most horrendous yet beautifully terrible football I've ever seen in my life. And I say that as a Miami Dolphins fan, too, which is another reason why the state of Florida is just going to be losing for a while. But if you guys didn't see it, Miami was trying so hard to give this game away. Like, they had 3 fumbles on their last possession that they could have gotten to where they could have scored and won the game. But Florida had 3 pass interference penalties at the same time. So it's like Miami would like do something stupid and fumble the ball, and then they would be frantically trying to get it, and then they would get it. And then like it would come on like 3rd down or something, they would launch it, and then Florida would do some stupid pass interference. And they finally got into the red zone, but it ended on, I think it was turnover on downs or an interception. I can't remember which. But Florida did end up winning. They did not deserve to win at all. Miami did everything that they could to lose this game, and it was just terrible. So, state of Florida, hold this L, please.
My thing isn't Miami kind of one of those teams that's just kind of overrated at this point?
Yeah.
Well, they're like
Same
a
with
Tennessee
Notre
or Nebraska that's kind of living in the past.
Exactly. Or Indiana basketball.
Yeah.
I mean,
Another
it's a legacy
good
team, and
comparison.
they're just. I think they're just holding on to the past. And actually, I heard a radio station, a Kentucky station, saying that Indiana was where coaches went to die, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty good though. Anybody
Here's the one thing to take in mind. That was a week 0 game. I guess week 1's this week.
Yeah.
Very sloppy. The Hawaii Arizona game after that was very sloppy. Don't be surprised if there's a lot of sloppiness this week too, as teams are just working out the kinks and knocking off the rust, and just something to look out for this weekend. There's just going to be a lot of sloppy football.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, even with even close to home here with Western, we've got a new system, new quarterback. I expect us to be fairly sloppy in the first few drives, but we'll see how everything goes. Jake, do you have any winners and losers?
See, they got all kinds of stuff, man. I took notes, but work was slow. So we'll start with losers.
Okay.
Colts fans.
Definitely.
You guys kind of suck. You suck a lot. Doug Gottlieb, Dan Dockich, all those guys. You guys all suck. You should sack up, as he likes to say. Like this absolutely terrible. Like, dude played with a lacerated kidney, and you guys are booing him because he doesn't want to, either be paralyzed or not function right. So that's good.
I mean, I agree. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they have to do what's best for them. I mean, with CTEs and all that too. I mean, and with his health.
He's been hurt so many times. Like, he played the entire 2017 season with a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Also, blame whoever leaked that to Adam Schefter, because I think they were caught off guard during the game, and they act like stupid emotional fans. If they could have kept that under wraps until after the game was over, that would have never happened.
Well, not only that,
so whoever leaked that.
So they think that it may have been, again, this is just conjecture, but based on the people, because after it happened, they were like, okay, there were like 5 or 6 people that knew. Obviously, some of the coaches knew. T.Y. Hilton knew. They said Jacoby Brissett knew, and they're fairly certain that as kind of a not super experienced player, he may have told his agent about it, just in kind of offhanded, and they think that his agent might have been the one to have leaked it to Sheffy.
Well, I mean, as far as the Colts are concerned, I'm glad that Captain Jack's still there. But as far as Andrew Luck's concerned, they may not be worth a flip this season. But
oh no, they're not gonna be.
No, they're kind of captainless. I mean, but I just hope that whatever happens, Jack's okay as far as health wise and everything goes. But other than that,
I've also got 2 winners. So, on the opposite side of that, winner, Andrew Luck, because good for him for making a decision that's good for him and screw everybody else, and handling that emergency press conference like a champ. And then a winner, all of us, because college football.
Yes.
So all of us are winners.
Yes.
True millennials.
Yes.
We all win.
Yes. This is my favorite time of year. It's like Christmas for me because I am so excited about football season. Ross, I saved you for last, buddy, because I knew you've got such a platform you want to get on. So you go for it, buddy.
Well, my biggest loser, with college football started and all that, the College Heights Herald decided to take a big dump on the basketball program, specifically, I think, editor Drake Kaiser, which, I mean, it's sad that we have to comment on a student newspaper, but that's kind of the hand we're dealt as Western fans because there's just not that many sources out there. That's why you should read the Towel Rack. But he wrote this long, probably about 2 or 3 page article about how WKU basketball is spending more and winning less. And his whole basis on the argument is they keep increasing spending with less results. The only problem is it doesn't report any of the revenue that Rick Stansbury has brought in with all the sellouts and the more name brand opponents and everything else. And it also doesn't, it basically uses last year as a justification for why the basketball program is failing when if you wrote this article a year before, they increased spending and it went up, 21%, no, 25% in winning percentage. So you're using a small sample size, an outlier a year, to pretty much trash the basketball program. And this isn't kind of a new thing with the College Heights Herald. I remember the whole time I was in college about 10 years ago, they were questioning why the football program was moving up to FBS. And, for a school paper, I like questioning and I like seeing the other side, but there's not a lot of positivity coming out of those guys. So I was just shocked to see that come out today when, we'd be the first one to admit that we underachieved last year and it's NCAA tournament or bust this season. But to me, it just screamed like clickbait or like unnecessary article.
I agree, but I think it's a constant thing with schools and students, more especially, to question why a university is giving more money to a sports, sport or sports team than why they're supporting, the engineering department. And for you all that are asking that question as well. It's for advertising. If Western goes to the tournament and they play North Carolina, UK, Duke, whoever, then they're going to get more reach than if the engineering department or the debate club won. I'm sorry, not sorry. That's just how it is.
That's facts, bro.
Yep. And that goes for football too. A lot of people wonder why Ross is typing, but.
I'm trying to find a funny quote that's kind of famous. It was a football coach, but I can't find it.
See, regardless of their article, bottom line is we need a national championship. We could use the money and exposure from that pretty good. So, why not?
Darn right. Get it.
Well, we're getting close with soccer talk. So the girls blew out Belmont. I have no idea what the score was because I haven't
5-0.
Yeah, it's 5-0.
Yep. Yeah, I've been the world's worst as far as doing my homework and getting ready for the show. So sorry about that, guys.
But it's cool.
I had some honey-do list stuff to get done. I don't know if I told this on the show or not, but my old puppy about a month ago decided that she had to go to the bathroom really bad, and she tore through one of the doors. Well, not completely through, but she tore the grill up on the door, so I had to fix that today. That was fun.
I'm just imagining a, Chloe or Sammy shaped hole.
Oh, it was Chloe, yeah.
Like a Chloe shaped hole in the door, which run through like a cartoon, like Bugs Bunny.
Oh, she didn't get through it. Oh, she didn't get through it, though. That was the problem. She didn't get through the door. But as soon as we got home, she went running outside and had to go to the bathroom, which is probably what saved her. But other than that, yeah, so I was working on that today. But Western beat Belmont 5-0, and
they took 18 shots. That's
gosh,
insane.
That's a great goalie. Yeah, my wife.
So I actually did some research during the off season when I helped Matt with his summer school thing. We actually wrote a piece about women's soccer, and basically last year we had a really high scoring team, but we couldn't stop anybody. So these first two games are really encouraging. I actually watched some of the Kentucky game that was on Sunday, like the last 30 minutes of the game, and we outplayed them. For a SEC school, and there's nothing but encouragement. I think we outshot them 15-5 or something like that. So,
wow.
Soccer could be, in a season of rebounding sports and, teams getting better, it could be the first sport to play could really be something that we could get excited about. So
soccer has always been fairly popular at Western, well, except for men's soccer. Yeah, men's soccer got cut about, 12 years ago now?
Yep.
I remember when the men's soccer got cut because I was working with football. And that was a really sad time. But anyway, Jason Idell, I think, has been there for 19 years, I heard the other day. So he's doing an awesome job as far as sports and Western's girls soccer is concerned. But, hey, that's awesome, guys. And then tie in with a big SEC school like Kentucky. Hey, I don't know if Kentucky's very good at soccer, but, hey. We'll see.
Well, you know
They definitely have more
They have a
resources
girl on their
than
roster
Western,
with
so-
the last name that makes
Okay,
my
one
last
at a
name
time.
look like Smith or Jones. Well, sorry.
No, y'all good. Jared, go
I
ahead.
couldn't
bud.
hear anyone else when I was talking. I said that UK had a girl on their roster that makes my last name look like Smith or Jones. It's like Icelandic. I think it was, I don't know how many letters. It had to be close to 20. But
Oh,
yeah, I
Sam.
feel bad for any of the commentators for that. That's all I had to say with that.
Oh, yeah, that's a name that I would love to mispronounce. Ross, what you got, bud?
I just said, hey, I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, Kentucky definitely has way more budget and resources to put towards smaller sports. So anytime we can knock them off. We've actually had, when they actually play us in sports, I think we've been pretty consistently competitive with them in the last 5 years. I mean, you look, we beat them in softball, lost in the wire in the second round in volleyball a couple years ago. Baseball, we've choked away a couple games late. So, you know, I would just love to see them, you know, Western get back on their schedule in football and basketball so we can really get excited about a matchup against them. But
Exactly.
I digress.
Jake, what you got, bud? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just laughing because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if their women's soccer does, but does it at least one of the soccer programs UK play in Conference USA?
This is their men's team.
The men's
Men's
team
team,
does.
okay.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and I mean it has to do with like the actual popularity of the viability of the soccer programs, like the conference alignments, like how many teams.
Yeah, SEC doesn't offer men's soccer.
I mean,
I couldn't remember which one it was.
I think
I was like,
men's
well, that'd be
soccer
fun.
for Western wasn't the most popular either. I mean, obviously
I mean,
that's why it was
it's not,
cut,
it's
but
gone.
yeah.
Well, the Title IX has a lot to do with that stuff, too.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes. And as always, go Tops.